Let's talk about how to change careers in 2025. I'm going to give you the 3 most important things you're going to need to do to make that happen. Okay. First of all, I need you to understand that applying online will not work for you at all, ever. And that is because your resume is your past. And when you apply online, they are matching you to your past. So the only thing you're going to be qualified for, the only thing people are going to seek you out for is what you've already done. You need to accept that that is not a channel or a path that's going to get you what you want. Okay. That is number 1 tip that I can give my career changers. Number 2, it is going to be on you to decide what industry you want to be in, what problem you want to solve, and what transferable skills you're going to use to solve it. If you think recruiters and hiring managers can connect the dots and see that your 10 years in real estate makes you qualified to be an underwater basket weaver, you're dreaming. They're not that good. Okay. So you, my friend, are going to have to choose the industry, the problem you want to solve, which is essentially the type of job, right? And what skill sets you are going to transfer over and utilize. That becomes your unique value add. That becomes your brand messaging, right? You're going to have to get crystal clear on that. None of this, well, I'm looking at 3 or 4 different career options. Nobody's going to help you if you're all over the place. You are going to have to pick a lane with respect to the career that you want to move into, okay? Because you have to show that confidence in your brand. Now, once you do that, step 3 is something called informational interviewing. And this is where you are going to reach out to people that are doing that type of job and tell them, I'm not asking you to help me get a job. I am trying to understand what it takes to be successful in this role. It is a career I'm interested in pursuing, and I need to gather data and hear from successful people like you who have crushed it in this industry, in this job, in this skill set, in order to better prepare myself. People love to help people like that, especially when they're not feeling the pressure that they've got to get you a job. Why do you do this? Close your gaps in knowledge so that you can talk the language of the industry. You can talk the language of the job. Very important. Informational interviewing gives us that, okay? But it also starts to help us build a network of people in the industry, so that when a job that you're a fit for, that you want, is at that company, and you've had a conversation with that person, you can go to them and say, I so appreciated the conversation with you, and now there's a job that's a fit at your company. Can you give me some advice on what it would take to stand out? Now they've already met you. Now they already know you. Do you know how much easier it's going to be for them to refer you into that job? Much easier. You know what also happens in informational interviews? You jive with them, they jive with you, you're vibing, and they're like, you can do this job. Let me just introduce you to the hiring manager now. Because what they really need is to see your intrinsic motivation, which is just a super fancy term for what is motivating you, self-motivating you to want to pivot into this career that's going to make sure that you don't give up when it gets tough, right? Because you've got to learn things. They don't want to take a chance on you if at the first sign of adversity, you're going to give up. So you informational interviewing and talking about your story, about what's driving you to get into this career, is one of the ways you're going to provide evidence and authenticate the fact that you should be in this career and that people will give you a chance. Does that make sense to everybody? Those are the 3 things I would absolutely be doing in 2025 if I wanted to change careers. Now, once you do all that, if you want to learn the job search strategy, obviously we have the step-by-step program for that. Head over. It's your turn to grab the 7-day free trial. Claim your 7-day free trial today, risk-free, no cost to you, and let's get you in motion, okay? Because changing careers is about putting yourself in some classic temporary productive discomfort, getting you out of your comfort zone, getting you to learn something new so that you can open up new doors and new opportunities. That is a fact. You're going to have to do it. Awesome.